Hey everybody, this is 5 Up here. I want to give you an overview of what I'm going to be doing today, and it's going to not be motorcycle related. So this is, you guys always ask us what we do for a living to afford the living that we have with our motorcycles and what we do with them. Well, this is actually number one for me. So this is what I do, it's what I enjoy, it's what I love, and you know, it's a very rewarding business that I'm in. I'm a one-man army. I work on diesel trucks. This is my personal tow rig and R&D vehicle. So as I'm doing work on people's trucks or whatever, it's already figured out. I've already done it on my own vehicles in most cases. So with my truck here, this is my 2016 Ford Superduty F350 Platinum with a 6.7 Power Stroke. It's a second generation Scorpion motor with the 6R140 automatic transmission. What I'm going to be doing is a little different than what I'm used to be doing on these things. Is I'm not going to be using SCT tuning on this truck, which I normally do on all 2011 and present trucks. I'm going to be using Spartan's in-dash unit with shift on the fly. This is a bit of a game changer for me, for a lot of my customers that are waiting to do something like this. It'd be pretty interesting. So I can switch in between the power levels, not like an H&S that doesn't change the transmission tune files to firm up those shifts and quicken the shifts and raise line pressure and change shift points due to increased torque output of the flywheel of the engine itself. What we're going to do here is the Spartan actually changes the trans tune file on the fly with the added power that we're doing with the engine. So to accomplish this, I'm doing a full River City EGR update kit, a coolant reroute kit also with the S&B airbox, and I'll be doing MBRP downpipe with River City branded 304 4-inch stainless downpipe back with a muffler, full exhaust system on the truck with the Spartan in-dash with the street diesel performance pod mount. So let's go for a quick ride here, and you guys can kind of get an idea of how this truck performs completely stock. So this truck's 400 horse stock. It's just over 800 foot-pounds of torque stock also, which sounds like a lot, but we gearheads and such, we definitely enjoy more. So the truck is very smooth. You don't really notice the diesel noise because of the ignition of the diesel fuel is so exact on these trucks. They're very, very perfect. With the Ford used on the 6.7 a more updated processor and piezoelectric injectors, much like they did on the 6.4, so 2008 to 10s, but they refined it even more. So there's a separate flow part number, serial number on each injector that shows the flow rate of each injector. So if I go to change an injector out in this truck, either has to go back in the same hole or I have to program it with the Ford IDS in order to tell the PCM and the injector driver module within the PCM of what is going on and what the flow rate of that injector is. And that's what keeps these things so whisper quiet. You don't have to shut down today's diesels being common rail, which is extremely high fuel pressure, over 25,000 PSI at full load. Here, we'll give her a little taste here. This is full throttle here. This is a little acceleration test. Converter lock up in the top of third gear, which is awesome. Converter stays locked in the top of fourth. Nice. Does really, really well. This probably isn't the road to be doing this on, but I got to make this quick because I have a lot of work to do today to get this truck all finished up. But yeah, as I was saying, the rest of the stuff with the truck is very, very impressive. These things have now engine braking, which is a little button right down here that basically closes the vanes of the turbo and causes exhaust restriction under brake pressure and your foot off the throttle. And then we have our tow haul button also, which lengthens our gears and works great for when you're towing a trailer. You don't have to use the brakes so much. So it's more abrupt downshifting, pulling the truck down, slowing it down. I had to use very little brake there, but the brake activates it. So it's really cool stuff. You can see that I'm only at about 25% throttle, and the shifts are lengthened quite a bit, so they hang quite a bit more when it's in tow haul mode. Makes a difference for sure. And you can run it in any combination. You can run with the engine brake on. Doesn't hurt a damn thing with these things. It's not a restriction while you're driving down the road. It's only a restriction when your foot is on the brake and you're helping slow the vehicle. So, but yeah, anyways, I just wanted to definitely give you guys a brief overview what I'm going to be doing. I'll give you a quick walk around here in a second of the truck and what the exhaust looks like. And as the truck is coming apart, I'm going to give you some clips and throw some pictures your way. That's another cool deal. All these manufacturers are doing this, but Ford's been doing it since '08 with power folding mirrors. But let's take a little walk around outside the truck here and under the hood. This truck is spec'd out the way that me and the Miss Fast 724, we wanted bronze fire. So this is how we got the truck. It's a short bed, crew cab, single rear wheel 350. There's a factory exhaust there. Big spaceship underneath there. That is the Cadillac converter and the particulate filter at which the urea or AdBlue, the DEF system, is all blown into. So that will blow the fluid into there to burn out the soot and the particulate on that. Let's open up the hood here. Truck has about 17,000 miles on, so it's still pretty clean. I keep it clean. But we're going to lose this airbox, lose this silencer here, and we're going to lose everything over on this side of the engine here. We're removing the CGR cooler, doing the block offs. The reason for doing that is inherently when these trucks start to get some decent miles on them, they will have failures. And the 6.7, in my opinion, is just as good and reliable as an engine as a 7.3, but makes 3 times the horsepower, is much more refined as we would expect it to be in this day and age. So by removing some of these emissions pieces and parts on here, we ensure long service life of the vehicle, plus added fuel economy. On a 6.7, I'll pick up to 2 to 3 miles a gallon in good conditions. When it's 20 degrees like this in the Northeast, not so good because of it taking so much more to burn the fuel. Diesels typically get worse fuel economy in the cold weather. But I'm gonna get this thing in the garage, get it prepped, get coolant drained on it, and start installing the programmer, and I'll go through some steps with you as I'm doing that, so stay tuned.